This week, during my meditation practice, kind of some images, some visualizations that have come to mind as I've been meditating or entering into times of meditation. They're really memories from my childhood. So whenever I was a child, my family would go to Lake Tahoe quite a bit. And I remember one year we rented a house, and it was off of a canal that fed into the lake, and people could take their boats and drive them up to the lake, right? And there was a dock in the backyard, and my little brother and I and my grandfather, we would go and stand on the dock, and the water, if you've never been to Tahoe, the water is so clear there, like it is with many mountain lakes, but this water is just, yeah, impeccably clear. And you can see, even out, if you're out in the middle of the lake, you can see a good ways down, more so than you would be able to see in other lakes. It is just pristinely clear. Well, in this little dock behind this house that we rented off this canal, I remember standing there and looking down into the water, and it's so clear you could see everything. You can see all these rocks, you can see fish swimming around, and it was just fun to be able to watch fish. I grew up in southeast Missouri and lived in Missouri for most of my life, where lakes and water, or rivers, streams, they were anything but clear. They're usually pretty green or pretty brown. You can't really see even a couple inches below the surface of the water in most situations. So being able to see to the bottom of this canal was really something. And being able to watch fish, small fish, big fish come and go, and just study them. It was really spectacular. I have so many vivid memories of it. I have a memory of trying to catch some fish. I looked out in the water, and there's all these little fish swimming around, and my brother was throwing his line in, and he's catching all of these little fish. But I saw this one huge fish over there. And I'm like, what use is all of these little fish? I'm gonna catch a big fish. So I kept throwing the line to try to catch the big fish, but the fish always just evaded the line, right? And at one point, he actually swam right next to the dock, almost like to taunt me. Like, here I am, but I'm not gonna bite. That's what it felt like. And I remember getting really frustrated, and I told my grandfather, I was like, I don't know what's going on. What am I doing wrong, right? The fish is right there. I got everything baited on the hook. I'm throwing it where I need to be throwing it. Like, why isn't the fish biting? And my grandfather said to me with a smile on his face, can you see that fish, son? I'm like, yeah. He can see you too. It was like, aha, yeah, he can see me. Here's somebody trying to catch him, right? He's not gonna go for it. But yeah, it was a humorous moment. I remember it so vividly. I was probably around 7 or 8 at that time. I've been thinking about this imagery, this clear lake imagery, and watching fish go by imagery, and trying to catch fish, right? While I've been engaging my meditation practice this week. And I realized, like, as we meditate, for all of us, even if we've been practicing meditation for a long time, thoughts come and go, right? The mind is like the clear water, but these things swim by within our view, right? Like fish, these thoughts crop up and come and swim by our minds as we're trying to meditate, and invading the clear waters, right? With their presence. Meditation, it's not about trying to push all of the fish out of the lake. It's just about simply acknowledging that the fish are there and letting them swim by without trying to catch them. That's meditation. But the moment that you take that fishing pole out and you throw that line down into the water to catch a fish, to chase the fish, that's when it really disturbs your meditation practice. And it's not that you should get upset if you find yourself doing that. You just, you reel the line back in and you let the fish go. Just keep on swimming, and you put the fishing pole down, right? So yeah, so as these thoughts during our time of meditation cross through our mind, swim through the lake of the mind, just be like a curious child. Watch them come and go, but don't try to hook them, right? Because if you hook them, you're just going to get pulled more and more out of your kind of mental peace, especially if it's an anxious thought or a nervous thought or a fearful thought. The goal is to just let the thoughts swim on by without trying to catch them. So during this time of meditation, I invite you to watch the fish go by. Just watch them go by, wave to them if you have to, and let them go. And notice your tendency to want to pick that fishing pole up, to throw that hook out, to try to catch one, right? Every time you do that, just put the fishing pole back down. Try not to hook the thought as it comes into your mind, and just let it pass by, pass through your view and out of you. That is the practice of meditation, my friends. And the benefits of meditation are, one, you have the spiritual engagement with God and the healing touch of God when you're just receptive to God's presence. You're just giving yourself to the moment with God. You're inviting God in to do what God does best, provide healing, right? There's that healing touch, but even just the practice and discipline of meditation itself, apart from anything spiritual, if you can learn how to not chase every single thought, to not try to hook every single thought, you'll have a lot more peace in your day-to-day life. If you're not always just chasing that anxious thought or that fearful thought or that self-sabotaging thought, but you practice putting the fishing pole down, the hook down, it's going to bleed over into everyday life, right? And so there's a real benefit to doing this. So yes, watch the fish go by during this time, and don't try to hook them. Just let them go. So I invite you into this time of silent meditation with me to watch the fish. We'll go for about 5 minutes and then we'll close like normal. Our time of meditation begins now. Put that fishing pole down, my friends. Just imagine yourself sitting on a dock for a pristinely clear lake. The point of the experience is just to have the experience, to absorb the beauty of the moment, to watch the fish as they go by, not to try to hook anything or catch anything. Just let yourself experience the moment. Please pray with me as we close out our time of meditation. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Yeah, leave that fishing pole inside the house this week as you go about your business. Thank you for meditating with me. Peace be with you.